Digital resources for local history at the Plainfield Public Library. The library's digital collection browser of historical materials offers over 37,000 records of digitized items, all of which are searchable online. There are 14 collections here with materials that date back to the 1860s. This database is searchable using phrases and keywords, as well as by date or time period, location, and more. You can search by specific collection, a group of collections, or search everything at once. Our most well-known visual materials are the collections of historical blueprints, photographs, and vintage postcards. When used together for research, they complement each other perfectly to create a visual history of a home or commercial building, as seen here with the famous Tepper's department store. The oldest digitized photograph is from 1861 of French's mill. Phineas M. French built the mill proper in 1853, and the smaller, older building you see was constructed in 1755. This photograph is dated February 12, 1861, although we do hold older photographs that are not yet online. The oldest postcard is from 1892 and advertises the Metropolitan Life Insurance Company, located at the corner of Park Place and Church Street. Our oldest architectural drawing is from 1887 and is a sketch of property owned by T.H. Pittis, and is really a property map showing the boundaries of Stell, Plainfield, and Central Avenues and Randolph Road. The earliest permit in our collection is permit number 2 from 1896 of a line drawing of a cottage being built for Walter S. Arthur. In the special collections portion of this browser, you will find ephemera and maps and the fine arts collection. Here is a 1906 diploma from the Muhlenberg Hospital Training School for Nurses in Plainfield, earned by Lucy A. Talischek. And this 1875 ticket to the Plainfield Public Schools High School Department commencement on July 1st at the Congregational Church, or this $10 bill from 1929 from the First National Bank of Plainfield. This series of $5 and $10 bills were printed at the National Treasury and cut here in Plainfield. And you might ask, where were all of these places located? Well, it's a good thing we have maps, like this image of an 1878 map of Plainfield. Our original maps date back to the early 1800s, and we also have a cemetery maps, like this one from 1900 from the First Methodist Episcopal Church. Here's a close-up of the area around the library from that 1878 Plainfield map. Back then, the library was in a residence donated by Job Mayle, Plainfield's first mayor, and only took up about 2 lots instead of the entire block as it does today. Across the street was the Seventh-day Baptist Church Cemetery, where the high school stands now. More from our collection are available via the New Jersey Digital Highway. And Princeton University Libraries offers the Sanborn fire insurance maps for Plainfield from 1886 to 1910 online. We have these and later versions available in the archive. As you may be aware, when the library opened in 1886, it was called the Job Mayle Public Library, Art Gallery, and Museum because it had an incredible fine art collection. We continue this tradition today with some of the original collection, as well as new pieces from contemporary Plainfield artists. To finish up the resources found through the collections browser, we have audiovisual materials. You may already be aware of our oral history collections containing 73 interviews from residents of Plainfield, Union County, and New Jersey. But we also have films and audio recordings. This October 8, 1977 film of the Plainfield High School football team playing against Scotch Plains High School. According to the Courier News, when the Plainfield team entered the school grounds that day, they were met by signs reading "Plainfield fakes its funk," a nod to Plainfield's Parliament Funkadelic. Well, they didn't fake it that day when they crushed Scotch Plains 19-0, a funktacular victory. Next, you can listen to this 1959 recording from a 45 vinyl record of the Plainfield Jingle, a promotional campaign advertising the great shopping here in Plainfield.
Shop the Plainfield, shop in all the Plainfield, Central Jersey's finest place to buy.
Get good values there.
Values there beyond compare.
Are there many stores I'll find?
Stores of every size and kind.
Is there any place to park?
Lots of room both day and dark.
Values there.
Lots of stores.
Place to park.
Plenty more. Oh, shop the Plainfield, shop in all the Plainfield, Central Jersey's finest place to buy.
Okay, thanks. Our Plainfield Reference Collection holds many types of records, not just books about the history of Plainfield. The Plainfield City Directories date from 1862 to 1982 and are full text searchable online. Check them out to discover who once lived in your house. Did you know that over the years, more than 5 different newspapers were published in the Queen City? Our collection of Plainfield's early newspapers date from 1837 to 1916, and all are searchable online. Check out this front page image of the Plainfield Union from January 26, 1837. Plainfield was still a part of Essex County at that time, and the newspaper subscriptions cost $2 for the entire year. This issue reports on a brilliant meteor that flew by that week. A digitization project for the Plainfield Police Log Collection is currently underway. It is being funded by the Plainfield Foundation and the New Jersey Historical Commission. These logs from the Plainfield Police Department date from 1884 to 1971. Due to their heavy use during their active lifetime, many of these ledgers are in frail condition and are also being conserved. The slips you see in this photo are the conservator notes for each volume. Many of these ledgers have indexes, which department staff and volunteers have helped to transcribe. And those without indexes are being indexed to provide easier access to their content. The digital files and the indexes are both accessible via the library's website. The City of Plainfield tax ledgers are also being digitized. Several of these have been indexed already. These account for the city, county, and state taxes paid by the citizens and corporations of Plainfield. Taxes paid included poll, state, county, state school, library, poor, school and bonds, and there's also cost and interest paid. There was also a dog tax and a fire department tax. Items from our scrapbook collection have been made digitally available through web galleries or recorded slideshows, like this Vivian Pearson's Schoolgirl Days book from 1920 to 1931. This scrapbook was created by Vivian Pearson, a Plainfield High School student. In it, she saved event programs and ephemera, personal journaling, notes and letters, report cards, and photographs. What mementos have you saved from your school days? This Washington Rock Memorial scrapbook dates from 1912 to 1918 and is from the Daughters of the American Revolution Plainfield chapter. It documents the legislation and other work involved in the creation of the Washington Rock Memorial. In it are copies of legislative letters, sketches, photographs, newspaper clippings, lists of subscriber names, family genealogies, and even a piece of colonial money. Images of these and other scrapbooks are available via our website. There are also secret ledgers. What we thought was a scrapbook of newspaper clippings from the late 1800s turned out to be an 1820s account ledger for a tanning shop. We had the book conserved to remove the newspaper clippings and preserve them, and then to reveal the hidden ledger beneath them. Here is the page recorded for the only female-owned account in the ledger, one Rachel Richards, and there are a total of 75 named accounts recorded in the ledger. In addition to the digitized pages, we have created numerous searchable indexes to books, scrapbooks, and many types of archival records. The indexes document personal names, businesses, and locations to aid historians and genealogists in their research. Staff and volunteers have deciphered many handwritten documents to provide name indexes or even full transcripts of the content. This allows us to go directly to the noted page to share with the researcher. Some of these come from ledgers from local businesses, like those from Kirstein Bakery or the Dime Savings Bank, shown here, a page from 1904. Others are from publications like the Chamber of Commerce Magazine's Plainfield Country Club annual club books, or the Plainfield 300 Years book, or from record collections like the Ladies' Home of Plainfield Residence cards, or the Children's Home Association ledgers, which date from the 1870s and 1880s, shown here on the right. Other resources we have digitized completely and are viewable in full. We have digitized and transcribed our small collection of family Bible records available via the website. You can see the original and transcribed pages side by side. Through an ongoing local church records program, staff and volunteers have transcribed and indexed numerous records from local Plainfield churches: Crescent Avenue Presbyterian, First Methodist Episcopal, First Park Baptist, First Presbyterian, Grant Avenue Presbyterian, Grace Episcopal, and St. Stephen's Episcopal, to name a few. Records include baptisms, marriages, officer and member names, and dismissed and deceased parishioners. All of these indexes are accessible via our website. Although we have not digitized our yearbook collection, many issues of Plainfield High School yearbooks are already digitized and available online via classmates.com and ancestry.com. We do have a solid listing of student names, including past graduates and underclasses, available via the website. In this 1921 senior class photo from 100 years ago, we see noted Plainfield author Margaret Burke White. Our largest records collection is the Courier News Archive, which, in addition to thousands of photographs, contains articles and obituary clippings for local residents from the mid-1920s to the mid-1980s, all filed by last name. Although the Courier News is searchable online, the index for this collection provides information for those researchers who are not able to access that newspaper. Last but not least is the index being created for our Iranian Memorial Funeral Home records that date from 1906 to 1996. All of these indexes I've mentioned are searchable online via our website and will also come up in a simple Google search. The library offers access to many subscription databases. There are 8 that specifically deal with history and genealogy. You've probably heard of the popular Ancestry.com and Family Search. Family Search is free to use, but as a specially designated Family Search affiliate library, Plainfield Public Library offers special access to an expanded record collection if you are on site. 3 other genealogy databases are American Ancestors, Fold3, and Heritage Quest. American Ancestors, from the New England Historic Genealogical Society, offers access to more than 110 million names in a variety of databases, such as abstracts of New York wills, New England Historical and Genealogical Register, Massachusetts Vital Records, 1841 to 1915, and several online genealogical periodicals. Fold3 provides convenient access to military records, including the stories, photos, and personal documents of the people who served. Heritage Quest offers a comprehensive treasury of American genealogical sources and is rich in unique primary sources, local and family histories, convenient research guides, interactive census maps, and more. They have more than 4.4 billion records with coverage dating back to the 1700s. You will find tutorials showing how to use all of these subscriptions on our website. Also available is full text access to the Courier News dating back to 1891. We offer ProQuest historical newspapers and historical newspapers from the Northeast via newspapers.com. You can access all of these resources from the library's main webpage using these easy access buttons shown here circled in red. When you hover your mouse over the buttons, they will change to show what they link to: online databases, the local history department main page, and the fine arts and exhibits page. The online databases button leads to our online databases that I just reviewed. This is laid out with easy access tabs. You can scroll down the page alphabetically from A to Z, or just click right on the local history and genealogy tab to view those databases. Other access points include the local history page, accessible from the main page button, which leads to the local history department landing page. Here you will find access to everything as well. Make sure to check out our collections index link to view all of our collections, and check out our classes page to see what's coming up this year. The Fine Art and Exhibits button leads to the online exhibits page, where you can view web exhibits of the fine arts collection, glimpse of history photos that appeared in the Star Ledger column, past photo contests, and physical exhibits like Lost But Not Forgotten and Chronicles of Plainfield, and so much more. Thank you for joining me for today's program. I hope you found it informative. If you have any questions or are interested in making a donation of records, please contact us via email at localhistory@plfdpl.info or by phone at 908-757-1111, extension 136. You can find us online at www.plainfieldlibrary.info. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, where you will be able to view a recording of this program.